so blessed. Thanks for having me.
Good morning. Thank you for being Gwen and being here on Coast.
Oh my gosh, my favorite. I walk into the room, you guys. I don't know if you can see this. Most of you can't because you're probably in your car. And there's a gigantic, monstrous bouquet, or what is this? An arrangement of purple irises. And I'm just like, I cannot stop staring. And I was just saying, I think those are Siberian irises because there's bearded irises.
Oh.
And then the fact that these ones I think bloom earlier, and that's why you were able to find them.
Okay.
The bearded ones are not ready yet.
Do they look like they have beards?
I had one bloom so far, and I think it was just here in California because
the weather.
Because it's California. Yeah. We get everything. But
So when did you start studying purple irises? When you wrote the song?
Well, honestly, I am a huge flower, flower person.
Yeah.
Like me and Blake,
We see you in the garden.
Yeah, like we come together when it comes to that. Like I'm the one that showed him. It was during 2020. I was like, can't we just because he plants like a lot of, alfalfa or weeds.
Yeah.
And like
weeds.
whatever.
Plant weeds.
I don't even.
Does he plant things you could eat?
He plants stuff for the animals. But they're
okay.
huge fields,
Okay.
like on a tractor, full farmer guy,
Yeah.
right? And it's exciting even to see that happen because the challenges of Oklahoma farming is it's not a joke. Like the weather's crazy and it's like there's so much against you and there's monster weeds there and it's crazy. But anyways, I've always loved it. So I said, can we plant some zinnias? I call them zinnias, but everyone calls them zinnias. So I convinced him, and when they came up, he just couldn't believe it. So he started getting into it. We started noticing all the Oklahoma wildflowers, and it was mostly during 2020 because we were there so much.
Yeah.
And we were able to actually see the seasons changing and see what things you don't see if you're not there all the time.
Yeah.
So long story short, we ended up when we were in 2020, the whole family was there in quarantine, and we went on a little recce around the ranch, just trying to find undiscovered stuff. And we came across this old abandoned. It was probably there 100 years, like a homestead.
Oh, cool.
Small, smaller than this room, almost crumbled to the ground. And around it was all these purple irises.
No
yeah.
way.
And so the irises must have been planted from 100 years ago.
That is awesome.
Yeah, and so the irises are super hardy, and they can weather any kind of storm, and you don't have to do anything, and they'll just literally come back to life every year. And so we transplanted them. All the kids pulled them out, hundreds, and we planted them over where we were living, and then so that's where I got picking purple irises, because at the end of the day, no matter what happens, that's what we're doing, and that's amazing. That's love, right?
Oh, I love the
That
meaning
is so
of that.
cool.
I looked it up in the florography.
You did not.
I did. Florography.
I didn't even know what that is.
I think it's the study of flowers. The florography says that purple irises represent faith, courage, hope, wisdom, and valor. So that's amazing. Then you wrote the song together?
No, not at all.
Okay.
So I had been writing, trying to write a record forever because I was trying to. I've been talking about this a lot, but I feel like as a mom, you guys all probably know, it's hard to find time to do things that are to me. I consider being a songwriter and going and doing that a selfish thing, because it's not I have. It's if I want a new song, why would I need one? I would have to take Hollaback Girl out of the set to play another song. You know what I mean? I don't need another new song. Nobody's waiting for it. Everyone's gonna listen to the songs they like already. You know what I mean? But I want to write a new song because I love writing songs, because it's a spiritual thing where if God chooses, he'll send one to me.
Oh, cool.
So I'm always praying for it, please, because it's the greatest feeling ever. It just came to me, Purple Irises. I was that's the song, and that's a God thing, So it wasn't a duet, and I was actually writing a song to Blake about my feelings, and I played it for him like I do everything, and he loved it, and it had it for a long time, because then I went on to write all the songs that are going to end up being my record.
Yeah.
But this was kind of the point where I was I know where I live. This is the world, and so he kind of, I don't want to say hinted, but he was kind of don't put that out like that. Don't put that out. Don't just save that one. And I'm why are you saying that? And long story short, he kind of I was do you want to hop on this? I didn't want to be I didn't want to ask him because everyone asks him, and I don't want him to think I'm trying to use him to be on my song. What, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would never. And plus, it was a pop song. Like, how would that work? You know what I mean? And his voice is like, you know, like it's very specific. But I was sitting at the studio one day and I just texted him. I'm like, "Do you want to try to hop on this?" And he was like, 20 minutes later, he was there and he sang it. And it was just like a true miracle situation. Like, to the point where the street that we recorded on, the studio in Nashville, was called Iris Street.
Oh, no
way. I swear. And
okay, this is like just the universe is like showering you with
it really was
signs.
And it's such an easy song to do. Like, it just feels so magical to do live. And we did it at the TikTok tailgate. And that was also like, I'm like always the kind of person that's going to be like, I'm going to screw this up. Like, for sure. Like, I always mess up. But it's just who I am. And like, and I did it. It was a miracle.
See? Everything's going your way, Gwen Stefani. Stefani! Purple Iris's Gwen here, live in studio. More Gwen coming up. Keep it here on Coast 103.5.
The Ellen K.
is here.
Coast 103.5.
Honestly, I am such a huge fan of this station. I've listened my whole life, and I feel like I've cried to you guys.
Yes, you have.
I've sung in my car. It's just crazy to be here right now.
No one ever knew a love like this. Now we're picking purple irises.
Are we really live right now?
Yeah, we're live.
We're live on Coast 103 right now. Blake, go in the kitchen. That's Blake in the background.
Gwen Stefani, oh my God. No doubt. Coachella, congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's just that's going to be, wow, that's going to be insane. I think the most exciting thing is just hearing how excited everyone else is.
Yeah, everyone, yes.
I don't know.
We were shocked. I mean,
Yeah.
I think everyone was just blown away.
It was such a great, like, hey, guess what?
So are we.
Yeah.
We're just shocked too. And I think that we're going to get up there and it's just going to be like riding a bike and it's just going to be like, okay, let's show them what we got, guys.
Bring Blake up on stage and do Purple Irises so everyone can hear it live.
Yes.
All right, Ellen, you got to call Tony
that's
about
what
that.
I want. That's my wish. That is my wish.
Yeah, Ellen's going to call you, Tony.
That's awesome.
Okay, you got a big year for all your kids. You're going to have an 18-year-old, a 16-year-old, and then Apollo's going double digits.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Yes, we talked Apollo into having a disco party this weekend. We're doing it.
Yeah.
And we got all our costumes. I will be posting on Instagram if you want to see. It's going to be fun. My mom's actually having her birthday, and my little brother's having a birthday, so we're having a big party. It's going to be fun. They're petting zoo. It's
That's great.
can't wait. I can't believe he's 10, though.
I 10.
It's so weird.
That's so cool. I
It's so
remember he's
crazy.
just a little baby.
I know. You know that when I started on The Voice, he was 4 months.
Yes, because Blake talks about the car seats and the baby seat
yeah.
when you guys like started talking and he's like she'd pull up in her minivan with these car seats and a baby seat. I think he told the story at your star ceremony.
I know, and I remember that. That's a funny story too because I remember when I had the third one, I was like, okay. The other two still needed help getting in their chairs. So I was like, how am I going to, if you had like a SUV, like how am I going to get them up and in holding the baby? Like, of course I have nannies and stuff, but it's like, it's still really hard with the diaper bag and like all of it. So I got myself a Odyssey. What was it? The car that has the sliding door that opens on its own. And then it does its own thing. And it's pretty nerdy looking, right? And I was like, I don't care. Like, this is just functioning. Like, we have to make this work. And so that was the car I had at the time when I started The Voice. And I think everybody was like, what?
What is she rolling up
That
in?
is like legit soccer mom. And then I remember they were like, I was driving my kids to soccer practice for real. And they were like, okay, Eminem's going to be calling you today at some point because he wants you to hop on this song. And, you know, like, that's Eminem.
Yeah,
like, this
right.
is like, I literally shake just when his name, like, is mentioned. And I get the call coming through the car, and it's literally him calling me. I have all the kids in this Odyssey, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm on Mulholland. I'm like, oh my gosh, Eminem. Like, I'm in the car with the kids, like in case he was gonna like say any Eminem stuff. Like, I don't know what he was gonna say. And I was like, I'm legit going to soccer practice right now. You sure you want me to hop on your song? I'm not how cool I am.
And it's a Gwen Stefani takeover. Keep it here on Coast. Gwen and Blake and Gwen Stefani here. More Gwen. Coming up, just keep it right here on Coast 103.5.
On Coast 103.5.
When
Stefani. So Gwen Stefani takeover here on Coast 103.5. And Gwen, so you did your gender reveal for us with one of our listeners, Vanessa Venegas. All right, when you were at the Honda Center, and guess what? She's still pregnant.
oh my
So
gosh,
I think she has
because-
5 weeks to go, and the baby's middle name will be Gwen.
Yeah.
Gwenny.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
that is
Are we going
amazing.
to call her? Yeah. She's available. Can you
Today?
talk to her?
Right now? Oh my God,
Well,
of
we
course.
could call her if you want to say hi.
That is insane.
We have her number. Yeah, I made a note to
Wait,
myself
that's
because I
how
was
long
like,
ago Honda Center was?
she was she just pregnant then? Oh, she just found out. What sex? So that has to be what 2-3 months?
I didn't know. Like I didn't. You know, there's so many people out
Yeah.
there. You don't like know which one to listen to their
Yeah.
to talk to them. And this is her. Wow. Okay.
Hello.
Vanessa, you're on.
Hi.
Gwen is here in the room with us for Purple Irises, and also because we just love her and she came to hang. And we told her that you have 5 weeks to go with your baby, and you're going to name your baby girl with Gwen in the middle.
That's insane. Hi, Vanessa. How is the pregnancy?
Oh my God. Hi, Gwen. It's actually going. You know what? I'm just blessed that I'm having a baby. So I don't. It's going well enough where I feel blessed.
Oh my gosh, I am jealous. Like if I didn't love being pregnant. I got to be honest, but
Yeah.
when you're out of it, you look back and you're
Yes.
like, God, that was the most incredible thing. Like just feeling the baby move in your body and like just the whole anticipation. I'm so happy for you. I can't believe I get to be part of the name. Like what? That is, and you know that when I grew up, nobody I knew had the name Gwen. Like
Is it a family name? Was it your?
no.
Oh, okay.
It's a really weird story. My mom, I'm not going to tell it because since the name will be part of this daughter,
Yeah.
her daughter, I will just keep it to myself, actually. But it's been a good name for me. So
No, it's great. I love the name, and I actually I would search for different nicknames for Gwen, because when you hear Gwen, I don't know any little kid named Gwen, but I mean obviously you were a little kid named Gwen.
yes. Well, they used to call me. A lot of my family called me Gwenny. And I'm trying to think of the other. That was pretty much the only nickname that I would ever have, and that was literally just not my immediate family, like my relatives, like my aunts and uncles and stuff like that.
That's so cool.
But-
What's your nickname? Does Blake have a nickname for you?
He calls me Pretty Girl.
I
like
saw the flowers he was sending you when you guys were releasing and talking about the album, and everyone's like, "What are they doing?" And all the cards said "Pretty Girl."
Oh my gosh, he is. When he said that to me the first time, and because his accent and everything, and I was like, "Is this happening to me right now? Like, is my boyfriend actually?" And he kept doing it. And I was like, "Oh my God, I have died and gone to heaven." I was like, "How is he going to say this when I'm 70?" But hopefully, it will work out.
Pretty Girl. Yeah. Well, Vanessa, good luck with everything. We're thinking of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for giving me a call. This is amazing. This has truly been it doesn't feel real, because if I would have told myself this when I was 7 years old that this would be happening, I wouldn't believe it. And so this is just amazing.
Imagine my 7-year-old me getting my name, getting named after her. It's even weirder and great for me. It's just a miracle. I love it.
You're a very, very special person. So
Oh, thank you. My
there
gosh.
needs
She
to be more
doesn't know
Gwens out
it.
there.
Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you and thank you for coming to Honda Center. That was just such an incredible show, an unexpected show. Felt so much love
Yes.
that night. I love you, Vanessa.
Thanks,
I
Vanessa.
love you, Gwen. Thank you so much.
Oh, congrats on Purple Irises
you,
and all the
guys.
great music to come and everything you're doing. And we love you so much, Gwen. It's hard to put into words.
Thank you. And thank you so much for playing my music and everybody out there listening all these years. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Thanks for inspiring me to keep going. Thank you.
Pretty Girl. It's Coast 103.5.
The Ellen K Morning Show on Coast 103.5. My favorite.